here, ESPN Chattanooga. It's a new season of UTC softball, and that means a new year of Off the Diamond segments. We're going to meet a couple of players here today. Let's do it. 2022. Let's go. Batter up. All right, we're here with Olivia Lipari, a freshman for the UTC softball program. Liv, thanks for being here. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, you are a Florida girl, I saw.
Yes.
Why are you in Chattanooga? Why did you choose UTC?
Honestly, I never wanted to go to school in Florida, and it just came to Chattanooga. I really like the area, the campus, and the coaches, and I watched them a couple times down in Clearwater, and they're really competitive. What
is your favorite thing about Chattanooga, the city, just so far that you've been here? Were you ever here before you came and visited at all?
Yes.
Okay.
I played in the Scenic City tournament quite
Gotcha.
often. I like to go up to the mountain and just look out.
So Lookout Mountain or Signal Mountain, or either?
Both. I go to
Okay.
Signal a lot more often, but.
Nice. Okay, so this was something interesting that I saw about you. In high school, you were the MVP of the girls' weightlifting team. How did you get into the weightlifting thing? That wasn't even a thing like where I went to high school. How did that all come about? How'd you get into that?
One of my brother's football coaches was the coach, and he was like, she's joining the team. And once he told my dad and my mom that, it was no saying no. So.
You had to.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's helped you in your softball career, being, on the weightlifting team and doing those things from a younger age?
Definitely. I used to be like 110-pound twig.
So now you're a power hitter?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. How much do you deadlift?
We weren't big on deadlifting, but around like 250.
Okay, what were the big lifts that you guys did a lot
We
of?
did bench and clean and jerk.
What's the bench?
175.
Probably more than me right now. That's pretty good. Definitely more than Jake. You know that. All right, let's see your stance. Let's get in your stance to see what it looks like. Okay, so you're not as open as Gracie was,
no.
But you are a little bit open.
Yeah.
Why is this unique to you, and why do you like to be at least just a little bit open with your stance?
Honestly, the first time I opened my stance, I didn't even notice. My mom pointed out to me. But I guess it's just where I'm comfortable when I set my feet up, so I just went with it.
And where are your hands again? Are they high, more just very neutral?
Right by the ear.
Yeah, that way it's just nice, easy back to go forward.
Yep.
Now, when you are a little bit open, what some people don't realize is being a little bit open is that you have to sometimes be cognizant that you're not striding in. You have to kind of close yourself back off and stride forward. Do you find that difficult for you at all, or is it just kind of at this point sort of natural?
I think it's gotten pretty natural.
Okay, what's your mindset when you get into the batter's box? Do you have a specific thought process, on deck circle, and then when you step into the batter's box, anything like that?
I mean, usually, sometimes it changes from the circle to the box, just depending on the situation on the field. But just produce to the situation and do your job at the plate.
Just to, if there's a runner on first with nobody out, get her over to second. Runner on third with nobody out, get her to third, things like that. What's your favorite spot to hit in the order? Because I know you've sort of jumped around. We were talking to Coach Reed, and he said he had you at the middle of the order, then he put you at the top. And so where do you enjoy hitting? I know you'll hit anywhere, but if you had to ideally pick, where would you be your favorite spot?
Yeah, I do like the one spot when it comes back around from Kaylee Snell, because she does a really good job in that 9-hole.
She was the leadoff last year a lot of the time, so she kind of understands that role very well.
But I definitely find more comfortability in probably the 3-hole, just because I've done that for more of my career. But
now, playing the field, you're an infielder by trade, but this year you began the season by playing the outfield. So how's the switch going from playing the infield to now going to the outfield?
It's getting there. I'm still getting used to it, but I'm definitely progressing from where I once started as an outfielder.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you started as an outfielder, then you went to...
No, I've always been a middle infielder,
but
sporadically I've been thrown out in the outfield.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's not easy. I'm with you. I prefer the ball on the ground, not in the air.
Yeah.
It's much easier to deal with, but at least you get to hang out with Gracie out in the outfield. That's not the worst thing. There could be worse things than that. What's the most challenging thing about going from fielding a ball on the ground to reading it off the bat in the air?
Depth perception, for sure. At first, I thought every ball was just right there, and it just kept going, so I had to really adjust myself to start going back.
Yeah, something you definitely have to get used to.
Yeah.
Who's influenced you most in your softball career? Has there been a parent, a sibling, a friend, a coach, anything like that?
Probably have to say my dad.
Yeah.
He used to be a big baseball guy. He still is. So.
Nice. And if you could describe Coach Reed for us in a couple of words, what would you say and why?
I find him really funny and also, like Gracie said, competitive.
Is he sort of like, I feel like he's more of a quiet funny.
Yeah.
He doesn't strike me as like a loud personality or anything like that.
No.
All right, so now, what is your favorite thing about the game of softball? I know you're only a freshman here, but what's your favorite thing about playing the game?
The excitement. It's always, you never know what's going to happen. And so there's always just something exciting about the game. No matter if you're winning 17-0 or losing 17-0, there's always something to just excite you.
It's interesting that you say that because I think a lot of people would look at baseball or softball and say it's sort of a slower game and it's a little bit more boring. I've heard that a lot. I understand that to me it's always been the game below the surface. What makes the game exciting in your eyes?
I like to compete, and so when I'm out here, it's just fun to have the opportunity to compete.
Okay, and now I'd like to end these conversations by asking if you could be talking to a young softball player right now that wants to be in your shoes, what would you tell her and why?
No matter how many people tell you you can't do it or tell you no, just don't listen to them. Just stick to your grind, because there's plenty of people that told me you're too small to ever play college softball, so just stick to it.
And join a weightlifting program or a team if they have that in your high school, because apparently that definitely works. All right, our last segment, the triple play segment, 3 quick questions. First thing that comes to your mind. You ready?
Okay.
First thing up, teammate that makes you laugh the most?
Kat Thompson.
Why Kat Thompson?
She's a goofy girl. She's just goofy.
Single or double stuffed Oreos?
Double.
Good answer. Good answer. Favorite place that you've ever traveled?
I guess in New York.
Like New York City?
Yeah, I just go visit my family there.
Oh, you have family in New York City. That's cool.
Actually, no, maybe it was Puerto Rico. I had a lot of fun there.
Okay. Either or. New York City, Puerto Rico, they're all one and the same. It's fine. Olivia Lipari, right?
Yes.
Lipari, got it. Has been our guest. Appreciate the time. Thanks so much.
Thank you.